Hi YouTube. So we just get back from where do we go? Anyway, I just did an outfit of the night, and then we went out trying to explore England. And one thing I need to clear up is that where I'm at in England is boring. There's nothing to do, and I'm not going to say that I'm miserable, but with the weather being the way it is, and them having a military base here and having Air Force or military people come to this base, I can understand why people get depressed and things like that. So you got to definitely do things to keep you busy, like working out, exercising, getting a job to keep you busy, or getting involved in activities at your spouse's job or various things on base, keeping your kids busy. Um, yeah, this is definitely more of a family oriented, get close knit to your family and maybe other families type of place. I was in Germany. It's nothing like Germany at all. Nothing at all like Germany. So it's a little different. Germany, there were places, nightlife. There was a lot of restaurants that you can go to. Not little shacks. They have places here where they should be a restaurant, like it'll say Japanese and sushi, but then it'll be like this little tiny place that be like a takeout, and you're like, really? So yeah, I can't get used to that. I like the restaurant environment. I like to dress up nicely and go places. And like tonight, for instance, we were just trying to go out and see what the nightlife was like. So we went on base, on the other base, because they have a little club up there. And we were going to go to the club and, maybe have a couple of drinks or whatever. I'm not really into the club scene, but if I'm going to go correct. And I wanted to make sure that I look good. So I wasn't going to go up in there with some jeans and, like, some tennis shoes on or whatever. So we get done up. He looking nice. I'm looking nice. And we get up there, and it's like, no one there, really? I'm looking like, but a lot of young people probably were there, airmen or, people that are newer to the Air Force. And I was like, I don't know if I want to go up in there because it doesn't seem like there's a lot of people in there. But they probably, excuse me, I'm tired. They probably did play really good R&B music because for some reason in England, their radio stations are not that good in this area. For instance, I don't know about London or maybe some of the bigger areas, but the radio stations suck. If they do have an R&B song, it's more of a techno type of song from Chris Brown or Usher or Neo or, I've heard them, Rihanna. It's like I'm hearing more techno or old school from like people that were out in the 80s and the 90s. Yeah, you hear them here a lot, which I'm okay with hearing that type of music, but what happened to like just the R&B, slow jams, or they don't have that. Yeah, you're going to get techno, you're going to get a lot of 80s retro type of music you're going to hear on the radio, and I'm like, oh. So you really need to have a good amount of CDs, mix CDs, things like that, iPod, MP3, whatever. So luckily I have music on my iPad, but yeah, this is not cutting it. I'm a little disappointed. I mean, yeah, we only been here for a week. I guess once we get settled in our home, it'll be a little bit easier. It'll be a little bit better because we'll be more settled. But right now, it's just boring. My husband's like, hey, let's go and get out tonight. And I'm like, I didn't feel like getting dressed. I didn't feel like doing all this. I didn't feel like doing nothing. I was like, I'm fine. I'm chilling. But he wanted to go, so we get up, get dressed. And it take me forever. Most women, it take at least 2 hours. Yeah, I'm one of those women. It takes a while. And we go, and we drive. And then he goes into the little club area, and he was like, well, what is there to do around here? Asking one of the young men that worked in there. And they were like, well, it's a spot downtown. Well, in this other town. I can't remember the name of it. But he was like, there's a spot there. They play R&B out there. He gave him the address. We had a little GPS in the car. We like, let's just go check it out, see if they're doing anything. We get down there. It's a nice little town, about about 15 minutes away from the other base, and I was like, okay. So we get out, and it's cold. Oh my gosh, it's so cold here. When you're coming from the States, and better yet, when you're coming from like Florida or a hot, warmer climate, it is so freaking cold here. It has to be 40-something degrees right now. Maybe 30-something, I don't know. It's just, it's cold. And the people here just like walking around in t-shirts like it's freaking 80 degrees outside. I don't get it. But anyway, we get down there and we stop at this little joint because I was like, I'm hungry. And I know it's like late at night, and I normally don't eat late at night, but I wanted to get something to eat. Thought maybe I'll get on the dance floor or something like that, get to dancing and burn it off. That didn't happen. So we went to the spot, got something to eat, and then we went to, because they were handing out these VIPs, free, ooh, excuse me, I'm tired. They were like handing out these VIPs and saying free with this card or whatever. And so we go into this one club, the same club that the guy told him about from the base enlisted club. We're going to the club, and it's like a ghost town, which is music. No one is in there. No one is dancing. I think you see people up the top area, but we didn't even take the chance to go up there and try to explore it. The music was whack. It was like more techno. It wasn't like any hip-hop, R&B, any of the stuff that I like to listen to. So needless to say, we just did an about face and turned it around. And we walked out, and we went back to the car, and he was like, well, you want to go on the base to the enlisted club and maybe get a drink? I was like, sure. And then I thought about it. I was like, nah, I want to go back to the room. I'm just tired. I mean, it's frustrating for one, but I'm okay. I'd rather just be here where familiar territory. And I don't need to go out and drink. If I want something to drink, I know how to go to the store, buy me a bottle of wine, and chill at the house with my family. I don't need to be out and about. But I do like to get done up. I mean, what female doesn't, right? So this is the other part. Okay, we got the GPS, but I don't know what happened. He put home in, and we get turned around. And when you're getting turned around in a foreign country, where the roads are very narrow, I'm talking about if you look at the roads in the States, like one way, well, not one way, two-way lanes, take 6 inches, or maybe 6 feet, I don't know. Take a lot off those roads, and you're going to see those are the roads here, and a line in between, and you got to drive on that side. Really? So, needless to say, it wasn't a lot of people out tonight. It was like a ghost town. There's like no one out anywhere. But we ended up going on this back road, and it's kind of good that we went on the back road because it's going to be around where we're going to be living at, and it kind of showed us like, okay, do we want to take this road or not? And if we want to take this road, it'll be easier to get back and forth to work and things like that. So, but yeah, for a minute though, I know my husband was a little nervous, even though he tried not to act like it. He was the one driving. I was like, are you trying to drive out here? Yeah, I got my license yesterday to drive out here. No, I don't want to drive out here. I'd rather just be an escort. No, I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm going to cut this video, but I just had to get that off my chest. I'm trying to be quiet because it's like freaking 2 o'clock in the morning here, so everyone's asleep. And I just had to get off my chest because that's the stuff I don't like, which will be the next video. Peace.